March will be lit. Venus retrograde will impact your money, relationships, and values. Leaders will make bold decisions. Some could even resign. The result? Prioritizing self-interest over compromise, for better or worse. Welcome to Astro ROI. I'm Kathryn Cartini, here to talk about how astrology can be used for personal and professional development. Today, I'll share my global predictions for Venus retrograde in Aries, as well as how the backtrack could influence you. I've been taking in all your feedback. Thank you. You appreciate the timestamps. You're welcome. I did them again. You'd like me to talk a little slower so you can better digest the information. I will do my best. Some of you were overwhelmed by the astrology. Others wanted to learn more about astrology. So in this video, I will pare down the astrology language when I get to the horoscopes, and the transcripts on astrocoachkate.com will show you almost line for line why I'm saying what I'm saying, like a footnote to a resource. If you prefer bite-sized content, I have 90-second shorts here and on Instagram at Astro Coach Kate. And I get a little fancy using AI to create the cover art. This month, I was inspired by the Oscars. And since the universe never sleeps and birth charts are more distinct than DNA, I have game plan options on astrocoachkate.com, where you can book a free discovery call. I'll analyze your personal data and help you create a strategy. If you find value in this video, please pay it forward by subscribing to the channel, posting a comment, and clicking on the notification bell. All engagement helps me create you even more value. Of course, I'm using Luna Astrology software. If you'd like to test it, you can get 10% off using the link in the caption. Now let's dive in. On March 1st, Venus starts moving backwards into Aries. You'll reassess how love and money impact your priorities. Aries is an assertive and aggressive fire sign, which Venus really doesn't appreciate. They're both passionate, but Venus is seductive, and Aries is like 50 Shades. In relationships, couples could break up. You could go back to a partner, or you'll be thinking about these connections. Venus will have you exercising caution. Aries will make you impulsive. When it comes to money, Aries takes bold financial risks. Venus is about thoughtful, long-term investments. This will have you reconsidering your spending habits or business ventures and partners. The last time Venus went retrograde in Aries was March and April of 2017, and then in 2008. If you don't believe in astrology, just go look back at your Instagram and then check your emails. And if you can't go that far back, think about what was happening during the Aries eclipse on April 8th. This retrograde is also going to be triggered by the two eclipses coming up in March. And I included predictions for each of those eclipses in today's horoscope, but I'm also going to put out separate videos for each that will share even more detail. Now, Venus is going to stay in Aries until March 27th and then go back into Pisces, which is a much softer energy. So between now and the end of the month, don't rush decisions with love or money. Instead, consider what and who brings out the best in you. Venus wants commitment. Aries wants independence. Well, I tried. If anyone saw the original video, you know I put myself out there to speak about certain ways the energy could impact us on a global level. It appears my opinions were a bit too strong, so I'm reworking how to share my beliefs about certain topics. I did try to match my hair as best I could, but I've never been able to do it the same way twice ever. The lighting is probably different too, but you know, you got to take the good with the bad, and there is a reason why. Maybe the best way forward is to launch some kind of a members only or subscription service so we can talk freely about what's on our minds. And I'm open to any and all suggestions, or if anyone would like to collaborate on something, you know, send me a message, hit me up, and we'll talk about it. But back to it, I do think that Venusian themes like beauty, fashion, and entertainment are going to get a warrior-like makeover, and that could include a cyberpunk phase where fashion is going to meet the future. So expect some bold colors, structured silhouettes, leather, and metallics. I think art's going to get more abstract, and we could also see a lot of action-driven storytelling. So strong female leads, superhero reboots, you know, I'm ready for it. Now, of course, it's up to you how you want to follow these trends. I would suggest throughout all of Venus retrograde not to make major purchases or drastically change your appearance in March. You may love the idea of crypto or pink hair, but you're going to kick yourself in the spring. Now let's see how Venus retrograde in Aries is going to impact you this month. I'm a Western astrologer. I'm using the whole house system for this reading. I want to thank Kevin DeCapity, the founder and CEO of Luna Astrology Software, for creating new Radex charts for each of the rising signs. He did it in a blink of an eye. He's a genius. And if you would like 10% off Luna, there is a link in the caption. Let's get to it. Aries, in March, you'll rediscover what and who ignites you. If you need to spend a little money reworking your personal brand or surround yourself with positive influences, now is the time. Since 2018, you've likely been slowly healing from a past failure or childhood wound tied to your self-worth. At times, this could have caused emotional outbursts that you may have directed towards your family. But as the month opens, luck will be on your side. Think about new businesses and marketing campaigns, or how you can bury the hatchet with a relative or neighbor. Just watch out on March 13th during the lunar eclipse in Virgo. Delays with a project or conversation may cause you stress and mess with your schedule or sleep. Mid-month, you could meet the perfect partner to merge your resources with, or someone could see you so well they melt your fears away. Your friends could introduce you or support your goal. Use the pats on the back to take your next step. It's the first of many you'll take over the next 20 years in this direction, especially on March 22nd. This is your day to shine. Celebrate with your friends, maybe announce something. By the time the solar eclipse shines on March 29th in your sign, you'll be confident and optimistic. Make sure all business deals are on the up and up, and don't lose sight of your family responsibilities. By the end of the month, you'll explore every fantasy, rethink every word, and review all your lessons in pursuit of your destiny. If you found value in your forecast, please pay it forward by subscribing to the channel, posting a comment, and clicking on the notification bell. Transcripts are posted on astrocoachkate.com, where you can find all the ways to train with me and book a free discovery call. Taurus, throughout March, your private thoughts will make your heart skip a beat. While your inner desires may have your mind racing, use the backtrack to rework your schedule and prioritize your health. Since 2018, suppressed memories have been making their way to the surface. You've likely found ways to heal through art or acts of service. Now, in the first week of March, your optimism returns. You could use your hidden talents to make more money, especially in fields like spirituality, psychology, or medicine. Just be mindful not to invest too much on a creative project during the lunar eclipse on March 13th, or allow bottled up anger to bleed into your art. Some controversy is good. Being overly controversial might mess with your heads or others. Mid-month, you'll get a taste of how your career will transform over the next 20 years. Your goal is to channel your inner Lincoln by the people, for the people, especially on March 22nd. You'll have the confidence to share your knowledge about a secret passion, to fulfill a long-term dream of helping others, and secure your future. During the lunar eclipse on March 29th, you may realize a new mentor is needed, or that you have to fine-tune your skills to be successful. By the end of the month, being innovative and taking action to join or start a new community will attract game-changing connections. If you found value in your forecast, please pay it forward by subscribing to the channel, posting a comment, and clicking on the notification bell. Transcripts are posted on astrocoachkate.com, where you can find all the ways to train with me and book a free discovery call. Gemini, in March, you'll turn inward to reassess your friendships and goals. You may question if your priorities align with those of your besties. Are you trying too hard to fit in with a certain organization or group? Or you could reconnect with an old friend or ex-partner to gain closure. Since 2018, you've been seeing people with fresh eyes to heal from betrayal or loss. This is a great time to collaborate on a creative project that puts you front and center, or consider how your dreams are being influenced by others. It's possible by the lunar eclipse on March 13th that you realize the tension has more to do with a home matter. You might remember something about your childhood and realize how it's impacting you as an adult. Mid-month, you'll get a taste of what your social life will be like over the next 20 years. Relationships should be empowering, not draining. Are your people helping you grow? Especially on March 22nd, something could happen that allows you to accept the changes you need to make in your friendships. By the time the solar eclipse hits on March 29th, you'll be ready for a bold new chapter. You could connect with a new group who accepts you for who you are. As the month closes, create a vision board for the perfect career or public image and get serious about turning your new dreams into a reality. If you found value in your forecast, please pay it forward by subscribing to the channel, posting a comment, and clicking on the notification bell. Transcripts are posted on astrocoachkate.com, where you can find all the ways to train with me and book a free discovery call. Cancer, in March, your mind will be on your career and how others see you. You'll reconsider your job or parenting choices when unfinished projects or old professional contacts reappear. If you've been impulsive in these areas since 2018, it's possible you've had to face reputation issues or power struggles at the office or in your marriage. But as the month opens, you'll have a glow about you. Talents you've been keeping in your back pocket can be used to shift your career or title on your own terms. When the lunar eclipse shines on March 13th, you'll have to trust your intuition, even if your ideas seem impractical. A financial advisor or fractional CEO could help you make the first move. Perhaps a business loan or debt consolidation strategy might be the ticket. This is a window to the next 20 years. On March 22nd, send an email, book a call, and set the appointment. Ask as many questions as you need to and soak in the advice. By the time the solar eclipse lights up your career zone on March 29th, you'll have the confidence to pursue a fresh start. As the month closes, you'll use your lessons as ingredients to cook up a stew of new plans for a career more aligned with your life purpose. If you found value in your forecast, please pay it forward by subscribing to the channel, posting a comment, and clicking on the notification bell. Transcripts are posted on astrocoachkate.com, where you can find all the ways to train with me and book a free discovery call. Leo, in March, you'll start to question what you believe. Whether you start classes again, revisit travel plans, or think about if a long-distance relationship is actually doable given your work schedule, be prepared for a shift in what attracts your attention. Since 2018, you've been redefining what freedom means to you. Rejection and abandonment issues could resurface now, not to punish you, to heal you. As the month opens, your friends will help lift your spirits by offering different points of view. Share openly and honestly to get the best feedback. That said, during the lunar eclipse on March 13th, don't give in to peer pressure or spend all your savings if a pal suggests a trip or hot rod as a quick fix. Your spouse, business partner, or financial advisor might want you to commit those resources, time, money, and energy elsewhere. This is an ongoing theme that will unfold over the next 20 years. Especially on March 22nd, someone from your past could trigger old feelings about love versus commitment if your words don't match your actions. By the time the solar eclipse peaks on March 29th, you'll know which direction to take. Sudden opportunities to study abroad, travel, or relocate could come knocking. At the end of the month, you'll need to address trust issues tied to how you talk about debt or share your feelings. As they say, death and taxes are the only givens in life. Surrender and let go. If you found value in your forecast, please pay it forward by subscribing to the channel, posting a comment, and clicking on the notification bell. Transcripts are posted on astrocoachkate.com, where you can find all the ways to train with me and book a free discovery call. Virgo, in March, love and intimacy will be all or nothing. Intense partners will push you to grow and change. Sexual chemistry will either be off the charts or you'll experience trust issues and power plays, especially when it comes to shared assets. Since 2018, you've been learning how to set healthy boundaries in your relationships or not to be impulsive with your finances. But as the month begins, use any setbacks to fuel your career. Revisit old professional contacts, rebrand, or rework your goals. Do this before the lunar eclipse in Virgo on March 13th to set yourself up for a career pivot or aha moment about your needs and self-worth. You might feel pressure to uphold a certain image or be torn between your personal and public life, which will only have you taking on too many responsibilities mid-month if toxic relationships, debt, or emotional baggage land on your doorstep. This is when you'll really need to keep an eye on your health and schedule, not just now, for the next 20 years, especially on March 22nd. You could have a breakthrough that cuts through the chaos of a love or money matter. Google shadow work and just start chipping away. Because when the solar eclipse hits on March 29th, something's got to give. A tax issue, legal snag, business fallout, or unstable investment could shock you. By the end of the month, you'll realize what you deserve. This is a true karmic test, and you want long-term without the games or manipulation. If you found value in your forecast, please pay it forward by subscribing to the channel, posting a comment, and clicking on the notification bell. Transcripts are posted on astrocoachkate.com, where you can find all the ways to train with me and book a free discovery call. Libra, in March, your relationships, romantic, business, and friendships will be tested. You'll want to tell your partners exactly what you need. This will have you going back and forth over whether you're being too assertive or not assertive enough. Since 2018, you've been stewing over your partnership choices. If you were reckless, you likely got your heart broken. Now, if you're not on the same page with someone, this is a great time for counseling, or you could take a vacation together. Get the wheels in motion before the lunar eclipse on March 13th. Emotions are not rational. You'll want to be in a safe space to get things out in the open. The purpose is to remember why you connected in the first place. If it was for superficial reasons, you won't take this time seriously. But if you can still find creative solutions, make that your baseline over the next 20 years, especially on March 22nd. Sometimes love isn't enough. Priorities and lifestyle need to match. No one can suppress or neglect their needs. If you can't have a conversation below surface level, there's a fundamental disconnect, which brings us to the solar eclipse on March 29th. This is your opportunity for a fresh start. You'll either break free from a toxic relationship or find a way to be yourself within a relationship. Whether you say, I appreciate you for the first time, or you decide how to divide your assets. By the end of the month, you'll need a new routine. You can't go back to the way things were. Otherwise, the cycle repeats. You can merge your schedules or download a co-parenting app. This is a fated moment. Have compassion and move forward. If you found value in your forecast, please pay it forward by subscribing to the channel, posting a comment, and clicking on the notification bell. Transcripts are posted on astrocoachkate.com, where you can find all the ways to train with me and book a free discovery call. Scorpio, in March, your health will take top priority. You'll rethink how your relationships, romantic and platonic, either drain or fill your cup. Since 2018, you've been pushed to get to the root of stress and burnout. You might have overloaded your schedule to avoid a love or money matter. As the month opens, you'll strike a nice balance between work and personal responsibilities. Perhaps by being open about what you need, paying off debt, or renegotiating work benefits. Are you taking full advantage of your 401k match? If you did invest in a friend's business or donated to a cause that pulled a bait and switch with its use of funds, the lunar eclipse on March 13th will have you rescinding your resources, or you might realize how your social life is soaking up your paycheck. That money could be much better spent on a family vacation, beachfront property, or home renovation. This theme will play out over the next 20 years. In fact, on March 22nd, you could create a budget for a home office or personal gym, or maybe a telehealth appointment buys you back a little time. New job responsibilities or an unexpected diagnosis could throw a wrench at your schedule during the solar eclipse on March 29th. Maybe a partner won't agree with the changes you want to make, or they could be the one forcing you to change your lifestyle. By the end of the month, you may doubt whether a project or person brings you joy, or you may face a lesson in parenting. Let go of lofty expectations and talk it out. This is part of a much bigger storyline. If you found value in your forecast, please pay it forward by subscribing to the channel, posting a comment, and clicking on the notification bell. Transcripts are posted on astrocoachkate.com, where you can find all the ways to train with me and book a free discovery call. Sagittarius, in March, you'll either be sharing the chocolates or eating all the chocolates. Throughout the month, dust off a hobby, refresh your dating profile, or find new ways to have fun with your kids. Since 2018, one or all of these themes has been pulling at your heartstrings. The purpose was to make sure you were giving attention to the right people and projects and receiving in kind. Now, as the month opens, you can rekindle the excitement. A past lover may come calling. You might test a new platform to showcase your talents, or your child could become your best friend. Just hold off on any major decisions until after the lunar eclipse on March 13th. Maybe you've outgrown this person, or you might not have enough time to fully commit to a side hustle. And no matter how old they are, they're still your baby. During the second half of the month, your wheels will turn. Can you use AI to give your art a futuristic edge? Is learning Twitch all that bad if it means spending more time with your kids? Should you have a few FaceTimes before accepting a date? Pay attention. This storyline continues over the next 20 years. Make a suggestion on March 22nd and see where it takes you. When the solar eclipse hits on March 29th, if the chemistry is still there or your interest is still piqued, now you can rework your schedule for whatever or whoever. If you find it's more of a headache, at least you tried. By the end of the month, you'll want to be a homebody anyway. The nostalgia may have you confused. Maybe you get ghosted. Another lesson learned. Take a few weeks to process and move on. If you found value in your forecast, please pay it forward by subscribing to the channel, posting a comment, and clicking on the notification bell. Transcripts are posted on astrocoachkate.com, where you can find all the ways to train with me and book a free discovery call. Capricorn, whatever makes life more stable is what you need to focus on in March. Throughout the month, your home life and emotional needs will be up for review. Since 2018, you've been sifting through childhood wounds and family resentments. Now, as the month opens, you'll turn a corner. Maybe you just need a change of scenery. If you've outgrown your home office, try a co-working space, or you could commit to a weekly yoga class to get you out of the house. You'll need a different approach to stay calm and carry on before the lunar eclipse on March 13th. Otherwise, the details will run you ragged. Expect more paperwork, more coursework, or needing more documents if you're traveling. You could even let go of a therapist or teacher if you feel they're not helping you. Mid-month, a parent or old friend could help you gain more control at home. Maybe a part-time job will put more money in your pocket so you're not so dependent on your partner's paycheck, or they may remind you of who you are outside of the relationship. This has to do with a much bigger story that will play out over the next 20 years, especially on March 22nd. If you've been in a tug of war over a family situation, this is the day to break free. You'll need the distance when the solar eclipse hits on March 29th. You might hammer down a for sale sign, cut off phone privileges, or tell a well-meaning family member to bug off. By the end of the month, you'll have to revisit every conversation anyway. There'll be a lot of back and forth, and you'll need to stand strong no matter how they twist your words. It's in your best interest. If you found value in your forecast, please pay it forward by subscribing to the channel, posting a comment, and clicking on the notification bell. Transcripts are posted on astrocoachkate.com, where you can find all the ways to train with me and book a free discovery call. Aquarius, in March, you'll reconsider your actions and reactions. Words are powerful. Think before you speak. Looks can kill, so watch the eye rolls. Road rage is a thing, but you're better than that. Since 2018, you've been fine-tuning the way you communicate. It's likely some snarky or passive-aggressive behavior landed you in hot water. Now, as the month opens, you'll have them wrapped around your finger, glued to your reels, and standing at the ready. Perfect timing, because on March 13th, there's a lunar eclipse. This means you won't have to work so hard to attract attention. You've been overly critical of yourself. Now you need to just have fun. You'll really feel the shift in the second half of the month. This is a precursor to the next 20 years. It marks a major transformation in how you express yourself. So dust off the soapbox, slide into your Sunday best, and grab the mic, especially on March 22nd. Have confidence and own your power. Doubting yourself at this stage is a waste of time. And that's just a dress rehearsal. Wait until the solar eclipse on March 29th. Now you can really speak your truth. It could sound like, I don't want to live here anymore. I don't like your tone of voice, or I need more help around the house. By the end of the month, you'll create a budget that reinforces your words. Will you feel like you're dreaming? Probably. Will you still need to watch your reactions? Most definitely. But you've been manifesting this change, so go forth and prosper. If you found value in your forecast, please pay it forward by subscribing to the channel, posting a comment, and clicking on the notification bell. Transcripts are posted on astrocoachkate.com, where you can find all the ways to train with me and book a free discovery call. Pisces, in March, you'll reconsider how you spend, earn, and save money. Do your investments support your long-term goals? Are you valuing yourself enough to ask for what you're worth? Since 2018, you've been dealing with money or self-esteem issues. You might suffer from a scarcity mindset, or your portfolio could have taken a dive. But as the month begins, a financial weight will lift. Maybe you bought your home low and can now sell high. Or if your partner gets a raise, it could double as shares. That said, more money, more problems. On March 13th, under the lunar eclipse, you'll need to have an important conversation. This could involve a legal matter, or maybe your significant other doesn't want to sell the house. If you've been depending on someone financially or emotionally, you might feel like they're controlling you with money, or making you feel less than because you don't contribute dollar for dollar. Especially on March 22nd, that's when an issue will be impossible to ignore. The bright side is you could find a way to make more money, maybe as a digital marketer, substitute teacher, or Uber driver. Move on this before March 29th. That's the solar eclipse. It suggests either a sudden gain or unexpected expense. At the end of the month, you'll take a step back to process these changes. It will be hard to articulate how you feel. Tell others to be patient. You need to find your own way through this. So there you have it. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Astro ROI. I hope you have an amazing March. Stay tuned throughout the month for special videos on both the lunar eclipse in Virgo and the solar eclipse in Aries. I also have some other surprises in the works for you. To help me create even more value, please support the channel by subscribing and clicking on the notification bell. And if you'd like a personal reading, go to astrocoachkate.com to book a free discovery call. Enjoy the day.